Hey Scorpio, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings, and this week we're actually doing the monthly readings. Okay, so looking ahead at June, what is in store for you? We are going to look at general energy as well as love and romance. Okay, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you can keep up to date with all the readings. But this week we are using the Cosmic Messages Oracle. Get a bit of an overview of your month for you with that. We will look into the general stuff with the Rising Moon Lenormand. And then when we move into love, we have the Forest Spirits Oracle cards as well as the Romantic Lenormand. Okay, the romantic Lenormand for romance, yeah? Getting sort of straight on into it for you, Scorpio. Scorpio, what is going on for Scorpio in June 2025? What does Scorpio need to know in June? What's going on for our Scorpios? Message for Scorpio for June, please. Trust yourself always, Scorpio. Trust others once they've earned it. Okay, so there's a focus on trust for you this month. Okay, I do feel as though there is one person in particular this month that you are needing to not put your faith and trust into immediately. That there is one particular person you're needing to hold back on just blindly trusting. Clarify the trust yourself always message for Scorpio, please. Just clarifying that message for Scorpio. If there is someone that Scorpio cannot trust immediately, please show us. There is someone around you, definitely, that you maybe cannot trust at the moment, Scorpio. We have the fish and the whip. Okay, so for majority of you, this is financial troubles, that there's somebody, this person that you need to be very wary this month of trusting blindly. They may ask you for money. Okay, so it may be very, very obvious to some of you there that you don't trust someone to pay you back until they've earned that trust, that you're not going to lend somebody, a large sum of money until you have proof that that you can trust this person. That may be very obvious for some of you in that sort of a sense. It may actually be somebody who, you are aware that they have financial troubles, or that they're having some sort of financial conflict. So they may actually, I'm kind of picking up on somebody here who, there may be somebody who is specifically like talking to you about some sort of financial struggle that they're having. And it may be in the sense of like a fight, like, how people, they're going through divorce proceedings and they're trying to fight for the money kind of thing. That's coming through as an example here. So it could be something along those lines, Scorpio, that sort of allows you to really know who this person is that you're needing to not blindly trust. Like, I'm not saying don't trust this person. I'm saying don't blindly trust this person. You need proof that you can trust this person. Okay, so if this is somebody, in the example of somebody asking you for money, contract, make them sign a contract, because then even if it turns out that you can't trust this person, you have that contract to fall back on. That the proof that I lent them this money and they said they were going to pay it back at this time, or whatever. So don't be afraid to put things in writing, in those sorts of scenarios, if you're not entirely confident that you can 100% trust somebody. You can trust yourself before you can trust anybody else in this world, is what it wants you to know. So, which is a hard message sometimes, because I don't usually want to be saying things like don't trust people, but in in this case, you do need to be wary of that and aware of that, so you're not getting yourself into trouble. Okay. Scorpio, what's going on for Scorpio in June? Start, middle, and end of June for our Scorpios, please. Okay, start, middle, and end. Okay, so the start of June here, we have the house followed by the mountain. This is relatively straightforward, that there is some sort of, the mountain does talk about a blockage, an obstacle, a delay to do with housing, I feel, for a lot of you. The house can talk about security and stability. So some of you may be finding, some sort of blockage with your sense of security and stability, mental stability, emotional stability, financial stability. There may be some sort of blockage or delay coming through at the start of June in regard to that. But for a lot of you, this is your actual physical home. Okay, it does feel very physical, or like your family situation, your family home sometimes is referenced with this card. But with the mountain there, it's like it's not impossible to get through this. It's just a blockage. It's just a delay. It's not a significant problem. Okay, it's just a temporary thing that you need to put in a bit of hard work, persevere with. All right. I am getting that for some of you, it is specifically a blockage in the plumbing. Okay, I am specifically getting it. There's a problem with a blockage in the plumbing for someone there. So be aware of that if you're not already. It may be arising. So making sure you've got, you're prepared for that, I suppose. It's wanting to sort of come through. It may just delay you a little bit. It may need to just put in a little bit extra work, persevere a little bit here through this problem. It does feel like a bit of just a problem. It's not an unsolvable, unfixable thing. It's just a temporary type problem, blockage, delay in things moving forward for you here. But we do see the middle of the month. We've got the clouds and the dog. Okay, so you overthinking things. I dare say that this is where we're having that issue with this person. Maybe asking you for money, because we do have your thoughts very heavily connected to friendship, loyalty, support. All right, so I do feel as though for a lot of you, this is somebody asking for your support, and you're really needing to think it through very clearly. Don't, be wary of overthinking things, at the same time. But, there may be some anxiety, some clouded judgment, confusion to do with issues of loyalty, companionship, compassion, understanding around the middle of the month. Their friendship, that sort of thing, feeling a little bit confused about what's going on within a friendship or friendship group for some of you there. So just be aware of that as well. I'm not getting these things coming through as hugely negative. That, it's kind of that no news is good news kind of energy, that if nothing huge dramatic is happening for you at the moment, Scorpio, it's going to pull out the little things. And that's kind of what these things feel like here, is that, well, we haven't got anything dramatic to tell you, Scorpio. So this is the message, that just be aware that this is going to happen. Just be aware that this is, you're being warned about that, so nothing really huge dramatic, but just these little niggly issues throughout the month popping up here. The end of the month, we have the Tower as well as the Letter. Just wanting some clarity on that Tower. We do see some sort of communication. Could be a few things here. Clarify the Tower specifically here for the end of June for Scorpio, please. That was clarified by the Heart. Okay, so that does kind of take out some of the meanings here. This does show me that this is to do with your foundation. Okay, the foundation that has been laid within you yourself here. This is to do with love and romance. Somebody that, and I do feel love and romance. It doesn't necessarily feel like, because sometimes the love card the heart can talk about, you know, more so platonic love as well, but it is feeling a little bit more romantic there. It's kind of like somebody that you felt that you might escape the world, somebody that at one point, because it does feel with the tower, that would refer more to the past, the foundation of love within you. And you're communicating with that person, I feel, for a lot of you at the end of the month. And it seems to be like the foundation is quite strong between you and that person, but at some point there was a tower moment between the two of you. So it's kind of asking you, like, it feels like it's somebody that, at some point you could envision locking yourself away in a room with this person and spending like a weekend just talking. They may be older than you. They may be from your past in some way. They may be a very structured person. They may be very physically tall. I do feel for a lot of you it may be a woman, because we do see that heart, that it's a woman blowing the bubbles here. I do feel for some of you this is a woman. So for some of you this is actually your mother, I feel. It's like the foundation of love that was created within you. It's kind of like I'm just sort of feeling that there was the potential building upon love with this person. But for some reason that tower fell and love wasn't fully built with this person. But there may be some sort of communication with them during the end of the month. But I do feel straight away that message is going to come out in the love portion. So we'll move into that and see what wants to come out for you here. Scorpio. What's going on for Scorpio with love and romance in June? What does Scorpio need to know about love and romance in June? We just had this same card for Cancer. We have the mushroom spirit, a hidden wonder. Beauty often arises from surprising places. So find the hidden wonders in your life. So that usually talks about, somebody that you are attracted to that you wouldn't normally be attracted to, or seeing something about somebody that, you're finding the beauty in this person that you maybe didn't expect to find that connection with this person. It surprises you that you have feelings of attraction or magnetic attraction. It doesn't necessarily mean physical attraction. It's that magnetic attraction that you're feeling somehow drawn to that person, that you're feeling like, like a mushroom. Like mushrooms grow from, the moss and the dead leaves on the ground, the dark place. That, it's going. I'm hearing that song. I found love in a hopeless place. That song. I can't. We found love in a hopeless place. It's like, like when you were you're at the bottom of your dark place, and all of a sudden you come across this beautiful shining mushroom, and you really didn't expect to find a mushroom, shining colorful brightly in such a dark, dreary place, but here it is. And that's this person. It's like, so maybe someone that you met when you were in a bad place within your own self, and you thought, oh, it's hopeless to find anything here, but actually, like, you're feeling like a magnetic attraction to somebody there. What's going on for Scorpio in June? Love and romance messages for Scorpio in June, please. Start, middle, and end of June for Scorpio with love and romance, please. The bottom of the deck, we do see the clover, so take a chance. Investing in this hidden wonder. We saw that message at the end of the month about the tower. Now we see you at the start of June. We're seeing you giving to the tower. This is talking about do you know what's interesting? It's not actually. It doesn't feel like physical giving. Like this tower feels like a person. And I was sort of feeling that when, especially when we saw that tower clarified by the heart a moment ago. It feels like you're giving your time, love, energy to the tower, but not in a physical sense. It's like you're thinking about the tower. And we did see your thoughts very heavily in the middle of the month. Thoughts on, some sort of platonic connection here. Thoughts on friendship, on loyalty, on support, and whatnot. Understanding, compassion, companionship. So we're already seeing your thoughts around that. And here we are. It feels like your thoughts are specifically, when it comes to love, you're thinking, you're giving time and energy to this tower, this older person, this person from your past, this person who is, they stand tall and strong and, maybe very confident in themselves, very, maybe very authoritative in some kind of way, which is kind of supported that I am seeing the Capricorn card coming through next. So I've got Capricorn and Leo coming through in the love messages here, which are both very, they stand tall and confident, those signs. People of those signs do, to the point where they can be a little bit intimidating. Like a tower can be quite intimidating because you're looking up to the sky, they may seem like they're very detached, isolated, very independent in that sense as well, that they're tall and strong and they can do it all by themselves. You seem to be giving a lot of thought and time thinking about this tower. And once again, I'm getting that message of thinking about what you would do if you had them in a room alone. Thanks for the visual, Scorpio. Stop. Scorpio. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I can't. It keeps giving me visuals and Okay. The middle of the month, we have the lily and the mountain. So once again, I do feel as though this is connected to this tower person. The mountain is Capricorn's card. This is, you want to climb the tower. You want to climb the mountain, Scorpio. The mountain and the tower can be very similar in a few ways. They're both very solid, unmovable energies, very strong and immovable. Like maybe to the point sometimes of being a little bit stubborn, um, a bit authoritative as well. You know, they like to take control. But with the lily here, the lily shows us that there's an emotional component here as well, a lot of emotional intimacy, that you actually feel somehow emotionally connected to this tower. Um, there may be a little bit of blockage in the emotional connection there as well. But it's kind of like you're kind of telling it's very interesting here, Scorpio, because it's kind of telling me that you know that because this is a long-term energy, and the mountain is an energy where you need to put in the hard work to climb that mountain, and it's kind of, you're sort of able to see in the middle of June that putting in the effort is worth it with this mountain, with this tower, that it long term it would be worth it to climb this mountain, to overcome any issues that or obstacles between yourself and this person, to put in the hard work that's necessary to climb the mountain, because when you get to the other side of that mountain, you can see for miles, and look, here's the miles and miles you can see. You can actually see a future with this mountain. The mountain and the tower, it's reading as a person, and they're both reading as the same person, to be honest. And it feels like for a lot of you the same person that we saw in your general. Not the person that you can't trust, not that person. That feels separate, to be honest. That felt like a separate message about finances more than anything. But I kind of feel as though with this person, with this tower, with this mountain, this is actually it's asking you to sort of pay attention to that same message again. Trust yourself always. Trust others once they've earned it. It's asking you, are you willing to earn this person's trust? So it's kind of flipping it back on you. Because maybe this person is very, maybe they have some trust issues as well, Scorpio. And it's asking you, have you earned their trust yet? Are you willing to put in the work to earn their trust? Because we can see that there is a very, emotional connection, emotional intimacy with this person, and a longevity potential with this person. Are you willing to put in the work to climb this mountain, to give and receive from this tower? We have the coffin and the sun. It's time to transform your love life. Okay, we need to put an end to things that are no longer serving us when it comes to love. Close the lid on the past. Close the lid on the things that haven't worked for you here, and take a risk. We saw that at the bottom of the deck, that take a chance. This is a transformation. You can especially see that in this coffin card, because we see the moth in the coffin. So there's a transformation, that it's time to actually, close the lid on what has been in the past, find a way to overcome that mountain, and because I do feel that for some of you there's a past between you and this person, and that's part of the mountain that you're having to overcome, the obstacle that you're having to overcome, whatever has, crumpled that tower in the past and disconnected you from this tower in the past. That's what you need to put an end to get over that mountain. Put an end to the past between yourself and this person, so that we can find the happiness. The transformative energy becomes revealed. Some epiphanies coming through in regard to love and this person specifically for you at the end of the month, especially showing you that, long-term happiness could be yours with this person. There is potential here. This is the hidden wonder. It actually makes you happy. That mushroom in the dark, it actually makes you happy, Scorpio. Stop, put an end to the self-flagellation of not allowing yourself happiness. It's time to transform, and it's time to take flight and take flight straight into the sun, where you find happiness, warmth, coming out of the dark into the sun. Okay, Scorpio? That's the message we have for you today. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all again soon.